All right, guys, we're going to be talking about the current Las Vegas housing market. Now, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Chakits Krulsawat. I'm with Simply Vegas. I've been a licensed real estate agent now for 16 years. We close normally roughly about 100 million in sales every single year. We specialize in new home sales. We help customers build homes. If you're looking to buy a resale, foreclosure, or if you're even looking to get into the investment game. So today we're going to be going over the current market right now and the conditions and what to expect if you are a buyer or a seller. So let's get started. So we're gonna start off with single family residence. So the median price point now for a sale of a home in Las Vegas is actually at $480,000. Homes that are currently listed for sale, we have a total of 7,472 homes. Now the closed sales year to date, what this means is how many homes we actually sold since January of 2025. So we currently sold 23,076 homes. Now the average days on the market for a single family residence is 41 days. The month supply right now, we have 3.8 months. So what this means is if we have all the properties currently on the market, 7,472 homes currently available, if we don't list any more homes within 3.8 months, all the homes will be gone. Now the average price per square foot right now is $274 a square foot. This is what you're going to use as a barometer when you go out and you shop for a home. Now, single family residence, the median price sale, right, year to date is actually up 3.2%. This actually has flatlined since April. So what this means to you is that we were originally at 485,000 in April. And it started to slow down. And what I'm starting to see is a trend where we're stuck at the 480 mark. Now, homes for sale, the inventory year to date, look at the inventory. It's actually up 33.5%. So what this means is single family residents, we're getting more and more properties every single month on the market. Closed sales year to date, down 1%. Now, for the fourth quarter, trends to drop in home sales. So what this means is when you start hitting around the fourth quarter, no matter if it's single family residence, condos, or townhomes, things start to slow down. However, that's when you get your best deals. And we'll go over that in just a second. Now, the average days on the market spiked up 17.1%. So it's taking a lot longer to sell a single family residence. The month supply, up 31%. Now this actually started the flat line at this point, okay? The average price per square foot is up 2.6%, but again, started the flat line since May. So things are not moving for single family residents at this time as far as price to continue to go up. It's just stable all the way across. All right, let's take a look at condos. The median sales price is at $240,000. Condos for sale, we currently have listed 1,546 units currently available. Now, closed sales, year to date, we've only sold 2,883 units. The average days on the market now for a condo, 52 days. The month supply right here, 5.7 months. The average price per square foot, again, this is what we're going to use as a barometer if you're going to be buying a condo, is $238. Now let's take a look here. What is really going on? So the median sales price for year to date really dropped down 2%. Now June was at its all-time high at $248,000 and has been dropping ever since. Condos are taking a dip, a real big dip. Condos for sale, the inventory year to date is up almost 40% since the beginning of the year. So what this is telling us is we're getting more and more supply of condos and nobody's really buying condos. Why? Probably because the HOAs are so high. Typically on condos, you're about $200 to $250 just on the HOA. You might as well utilize that HOA payment towards a mortgage where you can actually get a house. Now, closed sales, negative 23%, a massive decline in today's market. The average days on the market spiked up to 41%. Monthly supply is up 58.3%. Now this spiked up from the beginning of the year. Now the average price per square foot dropped 1.7%. The peak was actually in January and continues to decline. So if you are looking to buy a condo right now, probably right now is not a good time to buy a condo. I would probably wait until towards December. That's when you're going to get your steal. Now let's move along to townhomes. The median sales price for a townhome today is at $355,000. Townhomes for sale, we currently have listed 1,105 units available. Closed sales year to date, we've only sold 3,290 units. The average days on the market, 40 days. The month supply, 4.2 months. The average price per square foot, you will be paying $251 a square foot. So you can see that single family residence for price per square foot will cost you more money. Then it follows up with townhomes, then condos. Now the median sales price year to date is up 1.5%. April was at its all-time high at $357,990. But now starting to flatline. So when it comes to real estate, when the market starts to soften, one of the things that goes first in real estate is commercial, followed up by multifamily, fourplexes, triplexes, duplexes, then condos, then townhomes, then single family residence. Let's take a look here. Townhomes for sale, the inventory actually up by 66.4%. January, we actually had 745 units for sale, and now we only have 1,105 units. I mean, this is such a big increase on how many homes are coming on the market for sale. Now, when you get more and more supply, what happens is then the demand is not there. The buyers can pick and choose. Unfortunately, if you're a seller, you may have to cut your prices to move your unit. Now, month supply, we're actually up by 55%. The average price per square foot right now is up 1.6%. Of market has flatlined. Condos and townhomes are not moving at all. I'm starting to see a trend here. All right, guys, so we have a lot of free products for you. Okay, so one of the first products we have is we have the mortgage hacks. So basically what the mortgage hack is, this is inside secrets to save thousands of dollars on the life of your loan. So there's so much good information on here. So one of the problems that I see with buyers, they get so excited to go out there and they buy a home. They're thinking that they are getting a discount on the property, which they are. However, there's one more side to it. It comes down to the loan. So we break everything down here, how to find the right lender, how to buy down points. We're gonna make sure that, lenders are disclosing all their fees, how to read a settlement statement. How do you know that you're getting a fair deal in today's market? Because you don't wanna overpay on a loan. Also, if you're just getting started, we have the buyer's guide. The buyer's guide is a full comprehensive guide to explain in detail how to buy a home. Now, if you're looking to relocate, to Las Vegas, you've never been here before, we've created this relocation guide. There's a lot of great information too as well. This is definitely going to help you out. Tells you about like all the schools, the hospitals, what's trending, what's not, what's coming up in the market. It also talks about our economy, why our economy is booming. And these are things that you just need to be aware of, right? But most importantly, if you are looking to purchase a brand new home, this is actually the builder versus builder guide. So this is going to show you exactly how to compare one builder to another. How do you identify which is a better builder? Well, it really comes down to the materials that you get. But also, even though you get the materials, how do you identify if it's good materials or not, right? It's all in here. So there's a total of 32 questions that you need to ask that salesperson, so that way you can actually compare one builder to another. So if you guys want this, it's free. All you have to do is go to simplyvegashomes.com. You're gonna click on the free product and we're gonna give all this to you for free. If not, we also have the QR code. You can always scan the QR code too as well on your screen. So just go ahead and take out your phone and scan that QR code and it's yours. All right, guys, this is what I forecast and this is what I see personally. So for the fourth quarter, condos and townhomes will be the hardest hitting in pricing and it will continue to drop. And what I'm starting to see is that all these investors that bought condos and townhomes, including myself, are now just trying to liquidate it. But the problem is that we have so much condos and townhomes currently on the market. So everybody's competing against each other to reduce the price to move their product, because there's a lot of uncertainty right now that's going on in our economy. People are starting to get nervous, and investors are just liquidating so that way they can actually reposition themselves. Now, when it comes to like single family residence, right now, the median price point is at $480,000. I believe we're just going to stable off towards the end of the fourth quarter. And that's just my prediction, guys. Now, also sellers for single family residence are competing against each other to reduce the price. However, one of their main competitions right now are new home builders. And the reason why is because new home builds, they have such a high standing inventory of homes. And what builders are now doing is giving out such crazy incentives. They're willing to negotiate the price. They're willing to pay for the buyer's closing costs. They're willing to do the buy down rate. That's right. They're also willing to do a contingency upon a sale. Another thing that I'm also seeing is that a lot of builders are reaching on out to me, and they want me to help and sell their product, and they're offering 4, 5, 6% commission on the sale. Now, this is how you really determine if the market is good or bad. So when the market is good for sellers and builders, commissions are very low for real estate agents like myself. But now when builders are contacting me and saying, hey, I'll give you, 4, 5, 6%, help us sell our product, that tells you if you are a buyer in today's market, you definitely have a lot of leverage. However, if you are planning on listing and selling your home, it's not about pricing your home correctly. It's about pricing your home aggressively. So you can have the perfect home, your home is nice, and you priced it correctly, but you need to go beyond the boundaries of your neighborhood, your zip code. And you have to compare new home builds and see what they're offering. Because if you have a home that's completely move-in ready, it's a gorgeous home, and it's at $500,000, and the new home builds is selling theirs for $500,000, but they have incentives where they're buying down the closing costs down to 4% and also paying for closing costs, even though your home is better, they're not traditionally going to go with your home on a resale, because now they have traditional financing at a 6.25% interest rate today, and it doesn't make sense. So if you are planning on selling your home, make sure to price your home aggressively, and you're going to have to offer closing costs. And I would highly suggest that you pay that agent that brings over the buyer. So it's something that you need to be prepared for. If you are an investor, you're going to have to take that in an account when you pencil out that deal. So you're going to have to pay for closing costs, realtor fees as well. So be prepared. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. So if you guys want to start looking at homes, make sure to visit simplyvegashomes.com. Also, we have a playlist right here for all our properties, over 1,000 homes. Now, also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel right here. Other than that, until next time, I'm Chakits. Be blessed. Peace.